For 20 years, the rules of the internet were simple: get the click. But what happens when the click just disappears? Today, we're diving into the biggest shakeup in search since, well, Google itself: the shift from a list of links to a single AI-generated answer. Yeah, for years, the entire game was about getting that click. But the rise of AI search is forcing us all to ask this very question. Your knowledge is still being used, but your website, it might never even get a visit. And make no mistake, AI is the new front door to the internet. I mean, look at this. Platforms like ChatGPT and Gemini are already handling a massive 78% of all AI search traffic. This isn't some what-if scenario for the future. It's what's happening right now. Okay, so to really get a grip on where we're headed, we've got to take a quick look in the rearview mirror. Let's talk about the world we all grew up with: traditional search engine optimization, SEO. I mean, for the last 2 decades, the game was pretty simple, right? Get to number 1. Success was all about your spot on that results page. If you were at the top of those 10 blue links, you won. It was predictable. Challenging for sure, but predictable. And then everything changed. Google didn't just tweak the algorithm, it completely redrew the map. The era of the 10 blue links, it's fading, and fast. You see, that classic search funnel we all learned about, it's basically collapsed. Instead of a list of links, more than 1 billion people are now getting a single summarized answer right at the top of the page from Google's AI overviews. The whole journey no longer even needs a click. And this right here is the fundamental shift. It's the whole ball game. We've gone from a world of clicks to a world of citations. The AI is using your expertise, yeah, but your brand might end up as just a little footnote, if you're lucky. And wow, the difference is just stark. Just look at the query length. We've gone from about 4 words on average to 23. Think about that. We're not just matching keywords anymore. We're trying to understand meaning. We've moved from these short, punchy searches to full-on conversations with an AI. So, if you want to play in this new sandbox, you've got to learn the new language of AI search. And spoiler alert, it's not about keywords. It's about semantics, what the words actually mean. Okay, so the first big idea you need to wrap your head around is the entity. Instead of just matching words on a page, the AI is building this huge interconnected web of concepts. It knows Best Pizza NYC isn't just 3 words. It's an entity that's connected to other entities like restaurants, New York City, and maybe even specific neighborhoods or types of ovens. So you're probably wondering, how does the AI know that these things are related? Well, it's through something called embeddings. It's a pretty wild concept, but think of it as turning words and ideas into coordinates on a giant map of meaning. Right, so check this out. It's kind of like this. On this map, cat and dog are pretty close, right? They're both pets. But cat and lion, they're even closer because they're both felines. And cat and car, they're on opposite sides of the map. The AI doesn't see words. It just sees how close things are on this massive conceptual map. And this is the secret sauce for how the AI actually finds its answers. It's called query fan-out. When you ask a really complex question, the AI doesn't just do one search. It breaks your question down and runs dozens of little microsearches all at once, for comfort, for battery life, for user reviews. Your job then is to have content that perfectly nails the answer to one of those hidden little questions. Okay, so we've got the theory down, but what does this mean in the real world? How do we actually build a strategy to get our content featured in those AI answers? Well, the new playbook really builds on the foundations of good SEO, but with a huge new focus on clarity and making your stuff easy for a machine to read. Things like original, unique content and strong EEAT signals, that's experience, expertise, authoritativeness, and trustworthiness. They're more critical than ever. Why? Because that's how an AI learns to trust your content. Just look at the difference here. On the left, you've got this clean, semantic HTML. It's not just for making the page look pretty. It's literally like creating a perfect, easy-to-read table of contents for the AI. It makes your content simple for a machine to scan, understand, and most importantly, quote. But this brings us to probably the biggest headache in this whole new world: measurement. I mean, if there are fewer clicks, how on earth do you measure success? We're staring down what people are calling the measurement chasm. Look, right now, our tools are pretty limited. We can see some referral traffic, and we can track if more people are searching for our brand by name, which is a great sign, by the way. but we've totally lost that granular data on impressions and position that we've relied on for like 20 years. We're kind of flying blind. So, this new reality, it demands a whole new strategy, a new playbook. We're moving on from SEO to what the industry is now calling GEO. So, what is GEO? Generative Engine Optimization. It's all about optimizing your content to be recommended by an AI, not just ranked on a page. Think of it like this. It's the difference between being a name listed in the phone book and being personally recommended by a trusted friend. You want the AI to see you as that trusted expert. And hey, don't think this is just some theory someone cooked up. A whole ecosystem of tools is already popping up to help brands figure out how visible they are inside these AI black boxes. This proves it, right? This is the new frontier of digital marketing, for sure. So, as we wrap this up, everything really boils down to one simple but massive question. In a world of AI answers, is your goal just to be a destination? Or is it to be a memory? See, visibility without being memorable is just noise. The real goal of GEO isn't just to get cited, it's to be so valuable, so authoritative that your brand is what people remember long after they've closed the chat window. The goal isn't just to be in the answer, the goal is to be the answer.